So a masterpiece is really something that can be recognized and can immediately inspire some conversation. And arguably there's no more famous artwork in the world when you think of the tens, hundreds of millions of people that are experienced it in the Vatican. So this is our way of bringing it to London.
The Sistine Chapel is one of the most celebrated artistic achievements in history, and it's really a defining masterpiece of the Italian Renaissance. There's 12,000 square feet of painted surface, which, when you consider that it's only 134 feet long, 44 feet wide, and 68 feet tall, it's probably most famous for Michelangelo's ceiling. And it really was a feat of physical endurance for Michelangelo.
I love building these kind of teams because of all those layers. It is like building a beautiful puzzle, and then I have to kind of visualize the whole thing before we even do it. When it comes to how you might do animation and take that cinematic approach, and what pieces you might 3D model versus what sound effects, but everything is a cohesive blend and all works beautifully together.
So we've obviously taken some artistic sort of liberties, it's our interpretation of it, and we are using technology to enhance certain features. But we're never going to add something that isn't already there, we're only going to heighten what already exists. And in that way, really honouring the artist's original composition, only trying to elevate the experience and really bring the audience closer to that artwork rather than trying to take anything away.
Well, for all the major figures that are in the panels and the frescoes that were selected, we've tasked artists who specialize in sculpting human figures. They've got a background in anatomy and sculpture on the computer. So we pulled out those figures and then tried to sculpt them in 180, 360 degrees. So we're recreating, for example, God and Adam and the creation of Adam as fully realized, fully fleshed out figures where you could move around them in 360 degrees. They're animated, they're moving their heads and arms. So it's not just that key moment right before the breath of life. We're able to see Adam sort of moving languidly towards God. We see God and his retinue of angels and Eve come in, and we're seeing them through multiple angles of view because they've been sculpted as actual figures.
We've recently implemented real-time tools, and they really are game-changing. They allow the visual effects people to work within the gallery, but what they see in a headset on the screen is completely different to what you see in the gallery. Beyond the challenges of light bouncing around differently and losing colour, straight lines, because we're creating rectangular content, straight lines don't look straight. So by being in the gallery and by being able to make changes in the gallery immediately, they can get the perspective right. So being able to do it in the gallery fixes that problem.
It's always got to be that the artwork and the artist are working together with the technology and not against each other.
If you're somebody that maybe doesn't necessarily have a strong reaction to art, that's where we use the tools. So if you think about music tells people how to feel. Like a good cinematic film, there are those peaks and valleys that we always talk about. And you want people to look at that, and you might have a softer moment, a more reflective moment, and that music might poke at your heartstrings a little bit and really get you to feel something.
The music changes your relationship to Michelangelo's work. At the actual Sistine Chapel, you're an observer, humbled by the magnitude of the space. Here, the music surrounds you. It controls the pacing of your experience, allows you to physically feel the weight and scale of the art.
The work in the galleries is astonishingly detailed. The level of depth of the visual imagery is huge. To be able to support that, we go to great lengths in terms of the level of sonic detail that we put into it. And as a result, you'll find as you move around the space, as you sometimes come closer to one wall, you might start to hear sometimes even individual conversations of some of the people that you might see on the wall, much as if you were walking around the physical manifestation of that space.
I think the experiences that we create never replace the idea that going to that place and experiencing that, firsthand will always be an important aspect to this. So I view this as a bridge to experiencing the real artwork.